All right, so the chickens have gotten big enough that they're starting to hop out of their little brooder that I built. So what Mary and I are going to build is called a chickshaw. It was come up with this guy that runs the London permaculture site. He's had a long to make it. But I got the idea from him, and basically it's a combination rickshaw chicken coop. So you can move the chicken coop around your yard, and then you keep the chickens fenced in with some poultry fencing that's temporary, so you can continue moving them around your yard. So first up, Mary and I are going to build the base. We've got some scrap 2x4s over from previous projects we're going to clean up. And then we bought a whole bunch of 2x2s to cover building the perches on the base. So there's no floor to this chicken coop. It's basically a thick mesh wire to make sure predators can't come up into the chicken coop. And then it's a series of 2x2s across it so that they can perch on it. When they poop, it falls through on your ground and fertilizes your yard. Still working on the chickshaw. What I've done is we completed the base, Mary and I. We just used this blocking here to attach the pieces. The guy from Abundant Permaculture did like a cross brace here, but I didn't really think that was needed. There's going to be enough support from the 2x2 perches as they run across. We also unrolled the flooring layer of this netting. It's a little bit off in some places, but what I'm going to do is after I get the perches screwed in, I'm going to flip it over and then staple this stuff to the back, and that should strengthen it up pretty good. So as I began to lay the perches down, I ran into a problem. This 2x4 here was cut to exactly 6 feet. This 2x2 was cut exactly to 6 feet. It's flush here. However, on this side, I've got about 1/2 inch, maybe even 3/4 of an inch of overhang, which means that this piece of 2x4 is warped and it's, bent. It's flexing inward. Now I've already stapled this on, and I should have noticed it because this hangs down a bit. I don't know if you can tell and this is pretty taut. So what I should have done is check this beforehand and stuck some sort of support in there to push it out while I stapled on the mesh for the flooring. However, I should be able to sort this out by securing that end down there, undoing these few staples on this end, and hopefully pushing this out enough to where I can attach this end, and then I should be able to restaple this here. It'll move back a little bit. I may have to take up some slack on the other end. Unfortunately, I've already cut this, and I don't have a spare piece long enough to replace it. So I'd like to get away from having to buy another roll of this stuff if I can. I'm going to go ahead and secure the other end and see how I can sort this out. The way I was going to attach these, essentially, if this is the 2x4, is to just stick a single screw in there. I'm a little worried about it blowing out because it's so close to the ingrain. So what I'm going to do is drill some pilot holes so it'll help this piece keep from blowing out as I screw it in. The thing is, I want the pilot hole to be exactly in the center of this piece. To do that, one quick and easy way to find the center is to take, and you can, I'm using a speed square, but you can use a ruler or measuring tape or what have you. You line it up and then measure. So I know that my nominal 2x4 is 1.5 inches wide. So I'll mark 1.5 inches here. And then I can come over and mark 1.5 inches over here. As long as I keep it mostly lined up, this will be close enough. And I can come through and draw a straight line from here to here. When you're drawing these lines, make sure you leave room for your pencil width. It's easier if you use a smaller pencil, but this just gives you a good solid line. Next thing I do is just take the straight edge, come here, and draw diagonals. And again, these don't have to be exactly perfect. Get them as close as you can. The drill is going to walk a little bit, so we're not going to get precisely perfect, but this will get us a lot closer than we could get by eye. So that right there is my center. And I just drill that out and be good to go. All right, so it's the first night for the chickens in the coop. So Mary's decided that they get a little treat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. All there.
Hi, ladies. Look what I got for you. Who wants a treat?
You carry blueberry
Just
strawberry.
put it down.
Hey,
Big Mama.
Blueberry strawberries and
Hey, Big
banana.
Mama.
Hey, Daddy.
Outside
Hey, buddy.
I beat you guys here.
You did.
Yeah. You're really fat. I am so fat.
You were very fast.
And I'm gonna take the shortcut.
There you go, Peanut. Get you some.
Okay, there goes the girl with the strawberries.
Get you some, Peanut.
Here, there's more strawberries
There you
to go
go.
around.
So you're gonna like lure them into the coop with that?
Maybe I should do it that way.
I think they should be in the coop because, you know, there's like animals that might come out, like a coyote or something.
But it's automatically
Yeah, I
going
can
in.
make
They might like bust through this fence to get a, I don't know.
Like the fence, or I can like, oh, the fence and like eat the chickies
Maybe.
and eat and eat with Daddy and then eat the rest of us.
Probably not that, but
You can pick it up.
Let's go with you. Go girl. Nope, nope.
all right, man. Maybe we just let them out and they'll run in there if they need to.
Well, I can come over here when it gets darker and see if they're in there. And if they are, I'll shut the door.
Yeah, a coyote could break through this fence and eat them all.
What's a fence?
Fence! Fence! Fence, 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 fence.
Did you have? Did you just eat something sugary, Michael? I don't know if you're supposed to herd chickens, Mary.
Don't hurt chickens.
No, herd them. Chase them in there. Just kind of shoosh them in there.
Well, I'm curious if something scares them out.
I think that'd be all right.
Daddy. So the way to find out if it's a rooster is to see how big their comb is. Like if their comb is like wider, then that you know that it's a rooster.
Oh yeah.
So when Peanut starts getting his comb, if it's wider,
Well, maybe Big Mama is
Big Mama's
not Big Mama.
Big Mama's Big Mama. Because her comb is not wide at all.
Maybe Big Mama is actually Tyler Perry.
What?
It's gonna be in there.
All right. I need your help over here. This is work I'm trying to pull this out. It's like sticking this block of wood here, attaching the seat clamp and tightening it. And this is pushing this back at least enough that I can get it, you know, I can eat up some of that difference. Problem is, it requires more than 2 hands. So if we could hold this in place while I tighten the seat clamp, that would be helpful. Also, these are not. That needs to go over there. This needs to be there.
Centered it
Yeah, I know
in
what
the middle of.
I know what you did, and then I measured. So just stick the block here.
Right there.
Yeah, that's where it needs to be. That's where
I got it.
you have to watch your fingers.
You can watch my fingers.
Yeah. What are you doing with the other hand? Don't. Yeah, I do those two myself.
Good for you. For you.
Alright, can you mount? Alright, fair, you grab a tape measure. I measure from the end of this board to the inside of this.
Tape measure's in front of you, yes.
Yeah.
What am I measuring?
Measure from here, the outside, to this. These are not equidistant. I'm just trying to keep it parallel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
Measure from the outside here,
Yes.
this edge, to this edge.
Right here.
No, the other side, where it's already screwed in. You pads.
I don't know what I did on this one. Oh.
Just measure. It's just.
I am, the outside view.
No, just here. There. What are we looking at? Looks like an eighth of an inch less than 11 inches. So 10 and 7/8. All right. That puts us. Yeah, you measure. It looks like you measured.
I don't know what I did on that one. 'Cause I
Well,
thought I was
it's like you
one.
measured, but then instead of centering it, you like measure to the edge. Because as I'm lining these up, basically this edge is lining up with all your center lines. So I think you just centered it.
I did. But I'm down, but you can see the center.
That's why we measure twice. You hold this twice like this. Plank on there. Hold it up there. Hold it down. It's not. Well, as we're going along, it's working the board out. Yeah, the base is done.
Woo-hoo!